species, it's doing it again. Anyway, and that's Boris Johnson. So thank you for that name, and as I said in the last video, I decided to give your name, Boris Johnson, to this guy because, as Finchy, another member of this realm, correctly, or not really correctly, but similarly saw, he looks like Boris Johnson with that lovely big head of blonde, dishevelled hair. But he's our farmer, so I'll leave him in there, and we won't bother him too much. Stick these on your boots, Finchy. Oh my god, Finchy. We were just talking about you. How did I not see that from over here? That just shows you how messy my area is that I didn't even notice that was a thing. But thank you so much, Finchy, for that. Feather falling is, without a doubt, one of my, if not my favourite enchantment, I would say. Do I have diamond boots? I don't. We're also going to need an anvil. And seeing as I have level 30 already, perhaps I will head over to their enchantment room and just borrow a quick use, or bring some lapis with us and replace some that we used before. But that being said, that brings me on to some of the tasks that I want to do or get through in this video and in the next one, because I've got a nice little list of, or a nice little to-do list. So first of all, like I said, I wanted to ask you guys for your names and whatnot, to name some chickens, and we'll eventually, how did you guys get in there? They must walk up this ramp and just jump in. But yeah, we'll have to think of a way to house the chickens, and I'd like to get your guys, or you guys' opinions and ideas on that. And then I wanted to set up an enchantment area for ourselves, which requires us to find lava and everything else we have, because we just need obsidian. That's really it. So let me show you some of the work that I've done from the last episode. I showed you around everything else. If you want to go check that out, it should be one of the recommended videos, one of the cards in the video. If not, go check out the playlist. And I left that video by explaining kind of what I wanted to do in the future on the realm, and that was my main base. Now this may look like a big old mess right now, but I promise you it won't be very long. I've started to build the platforms which connect all of our jungle trees that I planted in the water. So the way I did that, very simple. Planted a 2x2 jungle tree on some dirt. It grew. I then removed the dirt blocks and just added some more jungle logs beneath them. Hardly a high-tech or complicated strategy, but it has allowed us to have these vast jungle trees rising out of the water, which I think kinda looks quite cool, and it's got a lot of potential to be very interesting. And my idea was to build, many platforms across all of these jungle trees. These ones here are not going to stay. These are here purely because I want the jungle wood to build the platforms. So we will be removing these today, or perhaps I'll do it off camera. I'm not sure if you guys like the idea of me doing grindy stuff on camera, so let me know if that's something you want to see. Do you want to see me grinding oak, maybe some acacia. Definitely, I will be adding some stone brickwork in between here and there. Let me grab these saplings. And that will help it to look less, like I said, less uniform. So this big thing here will not, I might even curve the edges, cut off the strong edges and stuff. And this is very much foundation work for now. The detail comes after, I like to think. We need to sort that out. There we go. And as you'll see, there's a whole slew of entrances and whatnot. Down here is where the boats will dock, so I'm going to create a little docking area if you do want to arrive by boat, of course. And then you'll find yourself here, or if you come in through the main entrance up here. I try to add this kind of stuff to make it look less uniform. I don't want it to be very boring in that sense. I want it to look like a tree house, in the jungle. So it's kind of thrown up for very much a specific purpose. And I'll be adding in my little jungle, not foundations, my jungle support beams here and there, which I think add quite a lot to the aesthetic. So yeah, how many times am I going to fall down there? Like I said, I want to put different things on each platform. That's the whole point. It's like rooms in a big base. My first one being the storage room. So if you come up here, so you go up there, up the ladder that way, or from this way, up the ladder there. This is our storage room so far. So far. There's room to expand. This treehouse system is going to be huge. So you can come across here, and as you can see, there's going to be loads of these different pathways and bridges that connect. At the moment, they look like they're just kind of stuck there, hanging there in the air. I want to add fences and I don't know, maybe chains and stuff to look like these are bridges, sort of drooping across, being hung up. I might not even use jungle slabs. I may use not fireplaces. What are they called? Campfires. That's what they're called. This one is going to be a bit of a bridge, but as you can see, they have support beams underneath them. Kind of. I'm going to be tweaking as we go, so I've said it already, but just so you're well aware, this is groundwork, foundation work. I was getting quite fed up with our very crappy and rudimentary storage system down there. 4 double chests which are already full up and completely disorganised. And I go over to Chooser's place and I see how wonderfully organised her main chest room is, and I just think I need to replicate that. And the same goes for Finchy as well. His chest room his storage area is brilliant. So I'm going to be putting a frame. I always forget what they call the leather frames. I will be placing one of them anyway. The sticks around a piece of leather. A frame, isn't it called that? What are they called? That's going to really annoy me. Item frame. That was so not a difficult thing to remember. Anyway, it's early in the morning. If I counted correctly, someone can maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to have the exact number, but I have almost 2 stacks of chests here. So that'll be a stack of double chests. It's about 64 double chests. This is going to be far more than we'll probably need for the next month or so of playing, months of playing. I like the idea of keeping these walls bare so that we can create some, things over that way. And I'm thinking I might even add a spiral staircase here rather than ladders. So we'll come up around this side and wrap around there up to a second level, which will then of course extend to the other trees again, and we can have another level, maybe this time facing this direction, of this kind of weird double chest thing. So we'll have in total 4 walls. So this is one wall, this is the second wall. Upstairs there'll be another wall here and another wall here of double chests, giving us probably around 120 odd double chests to fill to our heart's content with items in a wonderfully organised fashion. At the moment there's absolutely nothing in there, and I won't be organising today. I don't actually think I will. I don't think that I will do any building in this video. That's something I wanted to ask you guys. Do you want me to do, like I said earlier, grindy stuff, buildy stuff, creative stuff in that sense? Or do you just want me to kind of play like I would stream, which is just I play a bit, I jump on every so often to make a video instead, and I'll go, okay, here's what I did over the last 3-4 days, a week or whatever, and let me just carry on as if I wasn't even recording, stream it, but as a recording. Yeah, let me know. It'd be good to get an idea when you make these games, these videos for ASMR. In particular, because personally I like to hear kind of long gameplay, or watch quite long gameplay videos with a soft spoken or whispered slow voice while I do my work, and so I don't mind watching this kind of grind, if you know what I mean. So someone coming along and just doing a whole bunch of this, I would find that quite relaxing. Another reason I'm doing this now is actually for a very specific reason, as I said earlier. First of all, we need to level up our second librarian. In fact, we need to level them all up, because we have about 6 librarians, and I am going to spend some off-camera time leveling them all up in an attempt to find a mending villager, which would just be a delight. It would be a delight to get a mending villager. And to obviously level them up, you need to trade with them a fair amount to get them to max. To get to max level, you need to trade with them maybe 20 times. But that's, from the low level trades all the way up to the high ones, which can take a fair amount of emeralds. If anyone knows how to trigger a raid, please let me know, because that is something that I have been trying to achieve since I started. I've not seen a single pillager. I don't know if it's because we're not very close to a pillager outpost or something, but I thought they just kind of spawned randomly near always have eggs in my inventory just by virtue of how many chickens are in this area. Can't seem to get away from them at the moment. That is actually something that I said we were going to do, wasn't it? Which is that we're going to identify where we'd put our chickens. Maybe you guys can just help me out with that, because it's difficult to get a layout when it's not fully built yet. Storage area. I need to find an area where I can lead these chickens up to and be like, okay, unless we build a separate area. I don't know. One of you guys said that we should build the chick inn, so like a pub for chickens, and that would be a separate build, I think. So I get a drink of water. Sorry. Okay. Good to stay hydrated, as Let's Play always says. So this guy is max level and he gives name tags. Depth Strider, not the best. Unbreaking 3 is pretty good though, so I've decided to keep him for now. Our other villager is this lovely chap. I mean, I think they do most of the same stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just make all the paper that I can. Okay. Fantastic. So, wait, that's giving me just as. Oh, does it give you 3 pieces of paper? For 3, I didn't know that it converts 1 to 1. Then I thought it converted 3 to 1. I'm actually going to pop this in there for now, and the bucket, and the jungle saplings. We're going to use those for the boots at some point. Let's grab. We have tons of leather to make some books, so let's make maybe as many books as we can. Yeah, okay, so we've got this many to trade, and we've got all this paper as well. So let's level up this guy. Okay, I mean we can always buy things like lanterns. I mean it's a great use of the money. I'm going to buy some books. Ooh, a quill. I mean that for glass is quite good, especially if I mean the ink sacks is actually, oh no, it's the other way. If it was buying the ink sacks, that would be really good. These trades are not great. That's an awful trade. We might get rid of this guy. Let's see what he looks like he's going to give us. Bit dead, if I'm honest. I think, I'll leave him in there for now. I will leave him in there for now, but I mean he doesn't even offer any kind of enchanted book trades. So what we're gonna do, actually let me, while we're actually using so much leather, I'm gonna start I'm actually leveling up the cows, but breeding up the cows. I was actually informed by someone in the comment section in the last video that I should not put them in a larger pen or a larger enclosure, What is that? 62 emeralds in a book. This guy's crazy. I'm very interested to know what that is. Frostwalker. Not sure about that, bro. Not sure that's worth it. I mean, maybe it'd be a good idea just to get as many as we can. I don't know. I could actually buy some stuff. What could I buy? In fact, no, let's leave it like that. Oh my god, did you hear that? That was a strange noise for breaking the ladder. Let's go grab some more sugarcane. This farm is turning out to be incredibly useful. Which actually brings me on to oh yeah, I've got tridents by the way. They must drop at a really high rate because I only killed like 3. Actually, I think I got them both from killing obviously a drowned zombie with a trident in hand, but I only killed 2 of them. So maybe they have a 100% drop rate on bedrock or something. We need to turn this into paper. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, that was it. So we want to get an enchantment room up in this thing. I also want to add maybe a couple of little farms. So I need to go to the Nether for the quartz to make observers, so that I can make an automatic sugarcane farm. That's, I think, going to be quite key to leveling up these villagers super quickly. Okay, so he's not happy to do that anymore, so we're gonna need some more leather. We are, I'm afraid. Now I know you guys. I'm really gonna. Oh, I've actually already made diamond boots. I could put that on there. But I'm gonna get it in the neck for this. I really am, but I've got to do it, I'm afraid. It's time. It's time to get some leather. So, guys, look away now. If you I'm just gonna do it. Let's just, because this is a looting 3 sword, so hopefully we're gonna get a whole bunch of leather for this. Sorry, guys. I am sorry, but such is the way of the world, I'm afraid. Is that all we've got so far? I'll get rid of these eggs. Now they do breed up really quickly, so hopefully we won't have to wait too long until we have a full pen of cows again. But you know, they're in a better place now, guys. They are in a better place. Oh, we actually need to make the books. That would help. That would help. There's 4 books to a. Oh, Bearder. That's quite cool. I didn't realise they did that. So we have Frostwalker, Acrofinity. Please be mending. I think mending maybe you only get through max level. I don't know. Projectile protection, and then of course one of those things. That is a shame. as you may have seen from that villager over here, you can make a quill and book. One of these, book and quill, should I say, which I think is just a piece of an ink sac with a book or something, and you can write in the book. This is scaring me. It makes me feel like something's about to happen. And then it did that weird thing as well. Anyway, so what that allows you to do is just write in a book, and I have the idea of building a massive library. So whether it's up in our tree house over here or a separate building entirely, I want to build this big library, or small. It could be a little library, could be a little quaint library on one of the platforms. That's quite a good idea actually. And I want to add some chests and barrels in there and fill these books with your usernames as well. I want to incorporate you guys into this world as much as possible through the chickens and through this little idea. So if you want to give me something to write down in the book, I'll do it for you, you know, within reason. Whether it's just your username as like a kind of a head nod to everyone who supports the channel. But also I want to start the comment question of the day, or of the video. The comment question of the video, which is inspired by one of my favourite Minecraft YouTubers, TheASMRMedic, I think it is, who is really just one of the most creative, and in my opinion one of the most influential Minecraft Let's Players, for me anyway. And he does a common question of the day or video, and commenters will ask him a question, like a Q&A type thing, and he'll answer it, put the question into the book and answer it on camera, so the commenter gets a little shout out. Everyone can have a bit of a laugh with the question, or you can ask something that you do something serious as well if you want to know the answer to something, and I just spend a minute or two addressing it. Don't like that creeper being there. But yeah, let me know if you like that idea, if that's something that you would want to do as well. And we'll definitely do that, 'cause that sounds like a lot of fun. So the comment question of the video, like this, CQOTV, or CQOTD if it's of the day. And I think the best way to do it would be just to maybe in the format of common question of the day, and then, you know, my question, like that. Maybe not actually writing my question. I know that someone's going to do that. And I think I could probably identify the people who might do that. But yeah, that could be good fun. And if we have a question to address from the previous video, I'll address it in the next video. I think these things are quite fun to do. It's always good to interact. But anyway, guys, let's leave it there. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I certainly have. It's been a more relaxed one, a more kind of getting things done, showing you my kind of